ready? It's the Roundtable with me, Robert Bannon. Well, hey everybody, welcome to the Roundtable. My name is Robert Bannon. We're here on Broadway World. We're here on Broadway Podcast Network. We're here on social media, and I'm excited. Yaz, welcome to the show.
Hi, so nice to meet you. So nice to see everyone here. Hi. I'm Yaz Canli.
Yaz, I'm fascinated by you because I read about you, and you are like a singing, dancing, musical theater actor. You have done it all.
Oh, yes, that's actually true. I started as an actor. Actually, you know what? No, I started playing instruments when I was 5. Then I started dancing when I was 7, singing as well, 7, 8. And then I was doing children's theater and then musical theater. And then I went to drama school as an actor. So I've done all of that. And then I moved into writing, directing, probably around like 2017.
So I was gonna say there it is hard to dance and it is hard to sing, but the only thing harder than that is maybe to make and finance your own film. Because and not only did you make and finance your own film, you star in this film.
Yes.
And I mean, did you do everything? Did you make a lunch? Did you sweep the floor? What did you do in this movie?
You already know. I was up at 5 a.m. making peanut butter jelly sandwiches for the crew. Yes, that was me.
What made you write this film? The film is called My Home Unknown, and what it's about homelessness, it's about faith, it's about a journey, and it is all sorts of things. How do you describe the film?
To me, My Home Unknown is a raw and authentic look on a story about a woman that is battling through a mental health crisis while she's on the street and the courage that it takes to accept help.
I brought my dog because I know that there's your co-star in this film is a dog named Burrito, and there you see Burrito there. But what moved me about this film in particular is that I'm a school teacher during the day, and I've had a lot of students who
Mm,
have wrestled with homelessness and or not having a home, or to be more politically
yeah.
correct. And there's such a stigma to the topic. So what inspired you to tackle this on screen?
Yeah, so exactly what you're saying. So with this movie, really the intention is to destigmatize homelessness and mental illness and really bring it back to we're all humans. We're all souls. We all eat, we all drink, we all breathe air, we all sleep at night. We all have a name. And so we're all like we're someone's daughter, we're someone's son, we're someone's sibling, someone's friend. And to bring it really back to that, like rather than looking at the outside shell of a person or the appearance, to really look at that being as a soul, just trying to figure out this life, this crazy life as a human here, right? So that's really the message of the film, and I hope that bringing in the humanity of Mina, as many struggles that she's going through, but bringing in her humanity and there's so many little things, even if you've never lived on the street yourself, but she has so many things that are relatable, because she's going through grief. She lost someone, so she's battling with a deep sense of grief that she doesn't want to deal with. She then also loses her one last thing that she loved, that she thought she loved, her safety, her thing that she can hold on to, and the anxiety and the lostness of that, not knowing where to go or not knowing where you fit in, is something that I think lots of us can relate to. Like, where do I fit in society, or where do I fit in within my own family? All of these themes, that make us that make it a human thing that everybody can relate to. So it's not so much the circumstance of her living on the street, rather than what is she actually going through. And those are things that I think everybody can relate to. It's just on different extremes.
Well, I once heard someone say we're all two steps away from being anywhere. So we all can't judge people's lives where they're in, the decisions that they've made. This film tackles not only mental health and homelessness, but he also talks about um, faith and a past of faith. You just went for the whole, yes, you just went for the whole shebang. You were like, she doesn't have a house, she loses everything, and now she's going to wrestle with her past and her faith and who she is. Tell us why was that important to the story?
So I think that's the great thing and the fun thing about visual arts or storytelling, right? The more problems you give your character, the greater like the journey can be that you go on as the audience, because you're like, oh my gosh, like even more now. What's like it just gets worse and worse and worse, right? So it's really engaging for the audience, and then seeing a character go through all of these things and just keep fighting and keep fighting and keep fighting until the end. The triumph is really just to actually soften and allow and accept help. But it's a whole journey, right? So why I brought in the aspect of, also another aspect of her being an immigrant and her coming from a family that has a traditional faith that is not the faith that she believes in, and how how to how to be with the family but not be with that, and be your own person, make your own decisions, is a highly personal thing that I brought in, because I come from a biracial family. I come from a my dad's side is Muslim. He's from Turkey, and then my mom's side is Christian. And so living with these questions inside yourself, and especially we don't see that represented on the screen a lot in Hollywood, is questions around um, Islam and fitting into this world, into the Western world. I think it scares a lot of people, and that's okay. But we still can talk about it, and we still can fictionalize it in stories that are individual to that person or to that story. Um, and so yeah, that was something also that I thought, because it's my personal background, to also support and bring that, represent that on the screen, rather than just it could have been any ethnicity, but because that's personal to me, that's what I brought to the table.
Well, you're talking to somebody who wrote, directed, produced, and starred in this film, which is insane to me, and then wrote it so that the acting was a real workout because you go through quite the journey and emotional life on screen for
Yeah.
us. So you did all of this work. You sat home, you wrote this piece, you found the way to finance it, you got it up on, you filmed it, you starred in it, you directed it. This is your first feature that you directed. And then you hear that it's been distributed, that it's been bought, that it's going to be put out after film festivals, after winning best features. What is the moment like as a filmmaker? All the hours, the time, money, and energy to know that people will get to see this.
I think honestly it hasn't fully set in yet, because it's just like you said, it's such a long journey. And also this wasn't an easy journey, because there were so many challenges. I wrote it in the height of the pandemic. We filmed it very quick after, in the height of the pandemic. So that was already challenging. Then of course trying to get it finished, then getting it into film festivals, and then not knowing how it's going to be received. And it like we had a sold out premiere at the Chinese Theater in Hollywood, which was so prestigious, at the Dances with Film Festival. And that already was so mind blowing, seeing like 275 people in the auditorium watching, crying, laughing. And I mean, it's nuts, absolutely nuts. And then it just kept going with the festivals, which that was a really important part to me, to have that interaction with people still, because let's be real, like we don't have that anymore. It's everything goes straight into your home, which is beautiful because it gets to a lot of people, and I love that. But we're missing out on the actual experience of sitting in a dark room with people together in the big chairs, and not knowing what's going to happen on the big screen. So having that in the festival was really, really beautiful. And then I knew that people were really receiving this movie in the way that my intention was, with a lot of questions, and changed perspective in themselves, and opened their hearts to more compassion, and all of these things. So I was just like, oh my gosh, this movie has to go, like has to go out, because of these reactions. And we also did some screenings with, because we have a grassroots campaign attached to this film, which is to raise awareness for mental health and for homelessness. So we are collaborating with a lot of nonprofit organizations, and we're doing educational screenings. We're doing a whole university series. We started at USC, and you know, having those type of screenings with then leadership panelists that are talking about the actual cause and the issues and having solutions for it is so empowering. It's so amazing. And then also giving that to the younger generations of the kids that are going to school right now, to college, to bring that into their awareness. And they were all very open and wanting to help and wanting to do things. So all of this was just an incredible journey to now have this film literally be on Apple TV and on Prime and like all these other amazing platforms that are showing this film. I cannot wait for everyone to go watch it. And I really hope that it will touch and move hearts all over the country. And you know, that's my intention. That's my wish.
It sure will. So we can follow you on social media. We can follow the film as well, and tell us, Gravitas Ventures, who's distributing this film. What is the ways? When are the days? Tell us how we can see it and support it.
Yes, absolutely. So the film My Home Alone is coming out on digital and on-demand platforms on October 8th, 2024. And if you want to watch it on Apple TV, it's already open for pre-orders. So you can pre-order it right now and then watch it on October 8th. I know Prime, I mentioned Prime. It'll be on Prime, it'll be on Google Play, it'll be on Vudu, lots of platforms. You can follow us at My Home Unknown on Instagram, or also my personal Instagram or our production company. I'm sure you're going to tag everything.
I'm sure will.
Um, yes. So you can get all the information there, or you can also just, you know, look for the film My Home Unknown. It'll be on all these platforms I just mentioned. October 8th.
October 8th, we'll be watching here in our house, and we thank you for this work and the light you're shedding on it all. And the tenacity. You're a boss that you were able to write, direct, film. Come on, produce this. Let's go. Boss, right here. Hey. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you having me having me on here, and you're a delight.
As are you. Congrats. We look forward to it, and we're ready for the next one.
Yay, let's go.
Let's go.